Hi, my name is Tom, the website designer, and today I'll be reviewing Friends of Turkana Foundation's website. So before I get started, if you want to design or redesign your website, please click the book a call link in the email or the button on the website, or you can also simply email me on buy@tandosmarketing.com. So let's begin with what I like about the Friends of Turkana website. So I love the clean and clear design that they chose to go with on their website. As you can see, it's very simple. It's actually very, very simple, very much to the point. Um, so that said, what can you actually improve? So I noticed that they use the name Friends of Turkana right on their, like the what we normally call the hero area or the slider. Some people put a slider in this section on their website. So what I feel is this name could have still been put right here on the logo in a very visible way that when you land, you can still see the organization's name. But then I feel like this one should have actually been like the main headline. So, nourishing self sufficiency in sub Saharan Africa. I feel like that should have been the main headline that when you land, you're able to see very clearly. The thing with websites is this, right? We always have to ask ourselves, who is our audience? Our audience is not ourselves, it's not the web designer, and it's not you, the organization. You don't sell to yourself. You sell the ideas to other people out there. And in your case, it's probably going to be donors, potential partners who can support us and our causes. So when we are very clear on who is our audience, then the whole website starts to shape itself and address them based on what we know they probably want to see, and that will probably um, pull at their heartstrings pretty much. So the first thing I noticed when I was going through the website was we have this little facts page back here, and I couldn't believe that it was so hidden back here. Like this is really where you get to see the problems they're actually addressing on the ground. And I felt these statistics, like 1 in 3 people in this part of the country are dying before the age of 5. Um, like 6% of people have employment with wages, that sort of thing. So when I see this, I feel like it should be right on the homepage so that when a partner or a potential donor lands here, they've seen, oh yeah, it's Friends of Turkana. Their main agenda is to nourish self-sufficiency. It can even be specific in Turkana, because it's all about Friends of Turkana. And then from there, we can go into the problem statement. Like we are seeing this kind of problems in Turkana. Then we bring in the statistics right here. And then we could then transition the website into explaining. And that is why we were formed. So Friends of Turkana was formed to address these issues. And I can see they've kind of done that here, which is good. Um, and after that, we can then probably mention some of the projects we are running over there that really need your support. So I think that's the best way to probably lay out an entire website in a way that flows and speaks to this potential donor. And of course, although I'll address this, well, let's address it right now. I noticed that their donate button, it's so hidden in here. This donate button could then be featured like across all the pages on this entire website. That I think will make the whole website really, really powerful. Um, yeah, so let's also check out like the projects. So in their case, projects number one comes like down the line, and I feel it should be one of the most important thing because their trips page is basically just a bunch of galleries, you know and these galleries are not that necessary, let me say, at least to appear here. They could even be featured under different projects. But I digress, because what I felt was these projects are the most important thing. First, they have two kinds of projects. They have illustrative projects, which are essentially their completed projects. Of course, it's powerful because it can show potential donors, hey, this is what we've completed, this is what we've accomplished over there on the ground. So we're not just full of fluff. And then, of course, they have their current projects. And as I said before, this is really like the most powerful section because you can be able now to use this to say, okay, these are the projects we have, this is the kind of funding we need on the ground. And now it becomes very clear. And of course, once again, the donate button or even the contact button, in case they want to first discuss some more, can also be included on each of these. The other thing I also noticed was how you've got so much information just pasted on this entire page. This kind of a page can be broken down. So you could have Kakuma Mission Hospital. Number two, we could have a quick summary. And the summary could just be so simple. It could be like, this is what we are doing with Kakuma Mission Hospital. We are serving maybe 100,000 people. And most of these people don't even have any money or insurance or any of that stuff. And we need your funding because we have a deficit of this much. That's how you can do it. And then, of course, you can then end up having a learn more button where you can click open, and we have an entire page now in detail and, of course, broken down nicely. So that's what I'll probably do for each of these, and also include their photos because we are missing those as well. So yeah, so those are some of the things that I'll definitely improve on this website. I also noticed that they also have like a news page, which has not really been updated in like forever, since like 2017 or something. So one of the things I always tell clients is you can just hire me, and I'll continue keeping your blog posts and your news posts up to date. So they should definitely consider that, because when you have these news posts or blog posts on your website, they actually serve a double purpose. You know how people always struggle to come up with like a newsletter, like what do I send out? What you published in your news post can then be repurposed and used as your newsletter. What you published there can also be repurposed and used as your social media posts. So it serves a massive purpose right there, So, yep. So I think that's one of the things that you can actually consider. And finally, which is one of the things I mentioned I was going to come back to, was the donate button. I noticed that it actually takes us to like how you can be able to help. Once again, remember what I said about you have upcoming projects or current projects. They need funding. You've explained the deficit you have or what you need. You can also have the donate buttons right in there in those projects. So this should actually be the main call to action across the whole website. It shouldn't just be in one corner, and was still kind of hidden under submenu. So the other thing I also noticed was like their donate now. It's kind of a shopping cart, which at least is good because at least they have something. But generally, it would be better if it's like a donate, proper donate button where someone can donate a certain amount. It clearly says donate, not purchase, but donate. And on top of that, they can be able even to donate monthly. They can commit to like be sending you some money every month. They can become like a monthly partner or something. Yep. So I hope this review was interesting to some of you who also run nonprofits, or even if you run a different kind of organization or company. I hope it was actually useful to you. If you'd like to discuss about your website, designing or redesigning it, please get in touch. Please click the book a call button and we can get to talk. Bye-bye.